You got access to information, right? But there's so much out there that you need to be able to be selective. But the mass media and societies select what you should be looking at. But festivals like this, it gives you an accessibility that you need in order to be able to see other dimensions of cultures or societies.
You want to form your opinion about something, I think these days it's our duty to be educated about it as much as possible. You could learn about a culture, you could learn about a language, you could learn about a religion just by Googling it these days, you know. And I think a lot of misconception and miscommunications between cultures and countries come from not understanding the other side.
The key thing that I really would like people to get out of this is a complicated image. I want people to be confused and I want them to ask questions because I think that a lot of times, not just Iranian culture, but a lot of different cultures or religions or traditions, we only get sort of a one-dimensional image of it.
All the hatred that we have in the world, all the prejudice and all the racism that's out there in the world, everything could change within one generation. We live in a world that there's so much media, there's so much information that's being thrown at us, and it's very important to be able to pick and choose the ones that you want to be affected by.
The more I study cultures, the more I realize that a lot of things that are said or done by a lot of people are actually just things that they say, but the similarities are so much bigger and so much, we have so much in common. That's why I think with events like this, it helps me understanding who I am, and in that way understanding who others are.
We just showed a movie, The Iran I Remember, which was the person filming, going back and filming different aspects of Iran and going back through his memories. And then when I was standing outside, I heard this, young girl talking to her mother, who's Iranian, and asking her questions. And the mother was saying, "Well, did you know that Isfahan was actually the capital of Iran at this time? And did you know?" And it was really, and that for me is the valuable part of this, is that this may be 10 or 11-year-old girl who's only speaking English, is asking her mother all these interesting questions about Iran after seeing this movie.
When we are living in a society where we are influenced by a lot of people, a lot of cultures, a lot of news, it's important to understand where we come from and how we actually are or where.
I hope by people coming and watching these films, they tend to look at what we have in common rather than what our differences are. But definitely, Seattle I love. I definitely look forward to coming back. And you guys have some great fish, seafood around here, So.
Yeah.